So pretty much whenever I did my article, the two main problems that came up when I was looking up is that a lot of the teachers their were avoiding using AI in the classroom because they felt like they were either didn't know enough about it. When they were given some PD, they felt very unprepared to use it because they felt like their students knew more about it. How do y'all feel about that with pretty much being thrown into the world of AI as teachers?
I feel like when anything that's new, people are hesitant to go for it. One of the things with all of the new technology that is coming out, one of the big things is that people fear that this is going to take over jobs. It's going to take away from us. And that's like the self checkouts in a grocery store. Same thing for AI, bringing that in. I think it may just be a fear of maybe it's going to take over, uh, what I'm doing, or maybe it's going to, or it's just new and it's not something that I'm used to. I don't know how to use this. And I think just learning something new versus using something that you're comfortable with is hard.
Came up with PD, what would PD be enough? And do you think that schools would have that beginning of the year, okay, we're going to do this and then never talk about it again? Or is it going to have to be something that's continuously brought back up?
I think if I were to want to present PD for AI or any technology, I think I would want to do it in a series. The first class, I think, would be the introduction to it, and then give everybody access, and then come back a week later and then actually do a hands-on exercise with whatever technology it was that we had presented the week before. I think doing it first as an introduction gives people time to think about it and wonder about it and maybe play with it. And then actually forcing people in the second PD to actually hands-on use it and show the different uses and benefits they can get from it. I think that would be a much better way than just presenting it. Here it is. Go for it. People just don't have time to play and figure things out. So if you have a really dedicated teacher who is going to, show you how to use these, I think a hands-on approach is much better.
Conmigo only has 20 to 24 little widgets, whereas this has 60 plus, which is why this one's $8 a month. But what I like about it is that, and Conmigo does the same thing. You can either look at all of them at the same time and you just get all of their AIs at the same time. And it has a Jeopardy review game, vocabulary based. But if you don't want to get overwhelmed, they have the ones that are specific to planning. They have the ones that are specific to content based. My favorite one that I use just here is they have this one, which we already know that we don't have a lot of time on our hands. So I do 500 words because that's not too much, or let's do 300 words just to make it shorter. We already know that we don't have a lot of time on our hands. This is one of I use Common Lit a lot in my classroom, and Common Lit recommends videos. And whenever I use Common Lit, I usually like to attach a video to it. And if I wanted to create a Nearpod, I put the video in. It'll create a short summary to make sure that it's something I actually want the kids to watch. And then there's another one, YouTube video questions. So once I've decided the video I want to use and I want to create a Nearpod, I can choose whether I want multiple choice, free response, or true or false. Let's go with free response because I don't want them to want to be able to cheat, or I want them to actually answer if I want them to do it at home. I copy the video in there again, the one I just did the summary for, and it will give me 5 questions along with the answers and the timestamps of where they can find the answers, so I know where to put the questions in the Nearpod.
When it comes to AI, a lot of people are very afraid of what it can accomplish.
But as stated before, are we going to evolve with the technology or are we going to be left behind?